winner of the 2012 Telstra Western Australian Businesswoman of the Year is Julie Shuttleworth.
This is so wonderful and so unexpected. There's so many amazing women in Western Australia, and these Telstra awards really highlight that to me. Usually I get stuck in the mining industry and it's all about mining and resources. And for me, these awards are great because I can talk to so many fabulous women who've done so many amazing things that I wouldn't have thought about that were out there. So for me, this has been such an inspirational journey this year. A bit of history, I was the Western Australia Young Telstra Businesswoman of the Year in 2007. And that year, Leanne Preston, who's here today, took out the 3 awards that I've been so fortunate to win today. And I just thought, she is so amazing. How could anyone do that? And really, I can't believe that's just happened to me. I really can't believe it. So amazing. So really thanks to Telstra and all the judges and organisers and everyone that's been involved with these events. There's so much that goes into putting something like this together and getting the fabulous positive vibe that we've got here today. It's so inspiring. So I actually grew up in Pemberton, a small town in the southwest. My parents were into mechanics and farming. No one in my family or down there had ever done anything to do with mining, but I loved chemistry. And I wanted to do something to do with chemistry, but I didn't want to be stuck in a lab, in a white lab coat in the middle of the city. I wanted a job where I could get into rocks and trucks and still do chemistry, but travel as well. So I studied metallurgy and chemistry and became a metallurgist. And my first job on the mines, I was shoveling and hosing slurry and inside the ball mill, throwing lifters around and driving trucks, and it was fabulous. I loved it. And it just went from there. So I worked up north in the Pilbara for 4 years as a metallurgist. I won a travel grant to North America, sponsored by the Australian Institute of Mining and Metallurgy. And I came back after that 1 month overseas and had the travel bug. So I worked in China for 1.5 years, developing people over there, starting up new mine. Had so many challenges, it was unbelievable. It really opened up my mind, taught me to be more patient because I really wanted everything done right now and I was quite narrow-minded back then. So working overseas really broadened my horizons. And then in year 2000, I started working for Barrick Gold as a metallurgist in Tanzania. And my job was to commission the process plant, train up a whole heap of operators and get that process plant operating at maximum efficiency. So I loved being a metallurgist, getting covered with slurry all the time and training people. And, you know, I've trained hundreds and hundreds of people over my career, and that's really been so fantastic to see people grow. And I mentioned before I was involved in the design and engineering and construction of a new mine, and that for me was a real career highlight at that time. And then to be promoted to general manager at the age of 35 was also so amazing. So Barrick Gold Corporation has really looked after me all the way, given me so many career opportunities. And I stayed at that position in Tanzania for a year in that general manager role, and then had a chance to come back to Western Australia, my home state, and I jumped at the chance. So I've been here for about 2.5 years now, up north at the Granny Smith mine. All my team at Granny Smith are fabulous. I've got a fabulous leadership team, fabulous team that are so motivated and positive. And for me, leading is about being positive and getting the team to work together. And they're the 2 key things that I really work on, as well as ensuring the safety of my team, which is really of key importance. So along the way, I've learnt to be authentic to yourself. I used to try and turn into a rough, tough miner back in the early days and started changing the way I was, but I realised you don't need to do that to be successful. So I am who I am, I'm authentic to myself, and you can have a great career in the resources sector as a woman or as a man, and I really encourage all young people these days who are interested in science and engineering to consider a career in mining and resources. It really is a wonderful opportunity to have a great career, balance great work life, have great rosters, travel around, do whatever you want to do. So really, in summary, you've got to do what you're interested in so you can have fun at your job, and there's so many examples of that in these awards. There's people loving what they're doing, and that's how you're successful. And in closing, a key thing for me is really being positive and smiling lots. Thanks.